actually, new tonight in Harford County. There's no decision from the Board of Education about the removal of the school board's vice president. The vote came up at the last minute while tonight's meeting was already underway, but now it's been tabled. 11 News reporter Kyrie Stewart joins us now live. So Kyrie, this is part of the continued fallout from a deadly school shooting from last month.
Yeah, that's right. So 7 voted yes to table this measure, 1 voted no, and 2 abstained. The president of the board actually introduced the motion to table this measure because he feels like the vice president, Melissa Hahn, should be present during the vote to defend herself. But I have to tell you, all of this really came as a surprise to many people who were watching. This all started at the beginning of the meeting when Carol Mueller, who's a board member, introduced the motion to add the item of removing Hahn as vice president, which passed. Now, Mueller made the motion because she says that Hahn was calling for the removal of the superintendent for him to resign during 2 previous meetings, and she says that she does not feel like that was done the right way. Now, like you said earlier, this comes after that deadly shooting at Joppatown High School, and since the shooting, there have been some calls for the superintendent to step down. During a school board meeting after that shooting last month, Hahn said that Dr. Bolson knew about security shortfalls at the school and did nothing until a student was killed. Now, Mueller says that she feels like Hahn should have done things differently. Take a listen.
She's supposed to be leadership of the board, and she has 2 meetings in a row called for the principal to resign in the public. We're his employer, right? I mean, the board employs the superintendent. So you don't go, your employer doesn't go and tell you to resign in front of a crowd of people. That's not the way employee relationships are handled. So if she's supposed to be our leader, she shouldn't be doing something like that without consulting us, and she shouldn't be doing it in public.
Well, Hahn did attend the meeting, but virtually. She was not there in person, saying that she is at the bedside of a relative who's ill. She spoke about the measure to remove her during board members' comments. Take a listen.
I just wanted to take a moment to say that I'm really disappointed and disgusted that in my absence, due to a family emergency, some members feel that it is necessary to make a motion to remove me as VP. This is the type of manipulative behavior that is unacceptable and is exactly the type of issues that myself and other members of this board have been dealing with since becoming a member of this board.
Now, there was even a back and forth at one moment, and she did make efforts to defend herself. But tonight's board meeting also featured a presentation on how the district plans to improve school security in the wake of that shooting. The chief of safety and security for the district says that one of the things that they're looking into are weapon detection systems in schools that incorporate artificial intelligence, or possibly incorporate that. They're also looking at things like digital radios, adding more of those, that is, more access controls in school buildings, and updated emergency drills as well. Now, the district is also holding a community meeting specifically devoted to school safety. That's happening on Tuesday of next week, and I'm told that that's actually full, so a lot of people are planning to attend that. There's actually a form that you can fill out online if you still want to give your input on that. Now, as for that vote on whether to remove the vice president of the board, I'm told that that is scheduled, because it was tabled, that is scheduled for the next board meeting. So a lot happening here at tonight's school board. Reporting live in Harford County, Kyrie Stewart, WBAL TV 11 News.